God preserve you, good knight. Can I do something for you?
Here's your woolen shawl.
You're the soul of kindness, looking after a woman who's down on her luck. I wasn't always poor, you know, and I haven't always walked the streets. Goodbye.
Jesus, what have you been up to?
So, what are you scheming up this time?
Well, we've got this idea. You might have heard there's coin coming to the Talmberg quarry to pay the workers their overdue wages.
Well, I overheard some talk about it.
They owe them for a quarter of a year. There's a lot of quarrymen in that quarry.
But it's bound to be well guarded, isn't it?
Maybe not, if we time it right.
And why aren't we talking about it with Andrew?
Andrew hasn't got the balls for it. He sent us to hell.
He did? How come?
I don't know. He just said he won't do it.
Andrew's not interested. Is it that dangerous? Look, if I'm going to do this, I want to know everything.
It's close to Talmberg, so if we mess something up, we could have problems. But what a pile of silver.
Well, those people work for Sigismund.
Yeah, for Sigismund.
And are you quite sure?
No, actually, they're not Sigismund's people.
And you think it's all right? Is that what we are now? Common thieves?
What do you want me to tell you? Take a good fucking look at us. You're all right, but we're up to our necks in shit.
But a thing like this?
Do you think we're any better off now than we were in Sasau, on our last legs at the tavern?
Yes.
Then you're a fucking fool. Ever since Skalitz, everything's been going to hell. Why should we have to pay the price for that? To hell with the fucking quarrymen!
I'm in.
Wonderful. But before we get to work, we have to find out more. We are gonna go and take a sly look at that quarry. Meanwhile, you go to Talmberg and find out when they're bringing the coin. Try to find out who's gonna be guarding it. Even better, if you can make it so there's as few guards as possible, well, you know, I wouldn't be upset at all. Good luck then.
God save you, good knight. What can I do for you?
You look like you swallowed a wasp, Master Groom. What's going on?
I should think so. I have 3 horses with a fucking colic.
Well, that's not such a tragedy. You need to keep the horses warm and rub them down with straw, especially the belly and flanks. That'll help settle the stomach. Give them clean water, change the straw often, and leave them enough room to roll around if they want to. And walk them round now and again, but let them go at their own pace. Don't push them. Keep that up for a week and they'll be good as gold.
My word. I've been handling horses for years, but I never heard about rubbing them with straw for colic. Thanks for the help. I'm known in all the stables around here, and I'll be telling them about you too. The thing is, Sir Robard wants 4 horses for the train to the quarry, and they won't be fit by then. Certainly not this one here.
The quarry? What's going on there?
I don't know, but a guarded train like that, they must be carrying something valuable.
When do they need the horses?
There's still some time. They're supposed to be there in 5 days at noon.
What about some help from someone else?
You mean from that old hag who lives in the woods? I'm not so foolish as to believe in spells.
It's not about spells. She can try to make a herbal concoction. I know something about herbs, and I'll make sure she doesn't put anything in it that would be bad for the horses.
All right then. Let's see what the old hag comes up with. See you later.
God.
Yeah.
God be with you. What can I do for you?
You wouldn't happen to know a remedy for horse colic?
Of course. Who do you need it for?
The groom at Talmberg is having problems.
That wretch? I won't move a finger for him. I'd rather poison those horses of his.
What did he do to you?
Threatened me with a whipping, the lout. And all because I suggested I could take better care of those horses than him, which is only the God's honest truth.
Oh, come now. You said you cared about those horses, and now you won't help them because of some grudge.
Well, fine. You just need to brew a digestive potion and give it to them 3 times a day in small doses.
What? I thought you could just give it all at once.
Aye, to a man. But it's different with horses, believe me.
I was at the Ujit's Women's Sabbath.
And how did it turn out?
The women were making such a ruckus, the woodcutters took them for witches and burst in on them. They meant to kill them.
Jesus Christ. And how did it end?
I killed them all.
Killed them? God almighty. You killed the men who went to see what all the noise was about?
I didn't have much of a choice. There was no talking with them. They were determined to kill the witches. I'm so sorry.
Holy Mother of God, you're my witness I meant no harm. Forgive my sins and have mercy on me in my final hour. And as for you, you'd better go. Take care.
Would you teach me something about medicinal herbs?
Certainly.
I'd like to practice the basics.
All right, but it'll cost you. Now, pay close attention. Good luck.
Would you teach me something about medicinal herbs?
Certainly.
I'm interested in more advanced techniques.
All right, but it'll cost you. Now, pay close attention. Goodbye.
Would you teach me something about medicinal herbs?
Certainly.
I'd like to hone my skills.
First, you have to have some skills to hone.
Well, I'll think it over.
Good luck, then.
Good health to you.
Hey! Greetings.
I have something for your horses.
Really?
Put this in their food a few times a day, in small doses.
I hope it ain't from that hag in the forest. Ah, well, what the hell. Thanks, Henry. Here's something for your efforts. Good luck, then.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jesus, what have you been up to? Goodbye.
Good health to you. See you.
Let's talk about the price.
Alright, so?
What about this?
Come now. Finally, a reasonable...
God save you, Henry. The captain will have a fit if he sees the horses like this. Damn it all. What am I going to do now?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Captain will have a fit if he sees the horses like this.
Yeah.
Jesus, what have you been up?
So, I'm here.
Good. Do you know when they'll come?
I know. In 4 days. Sometime around noon.
And do you know how many of them there'll be?
I don't know.
It could be bloody risky, couldn't it? Don't you want to find out more?
Maybe you're right. Either way, be ready. Did you two find out anything?
Nothing much here, but that doesn't mean we were idle while you were strolling around Talmberg.
Well, I had to stop by the tavern, didn't I? It's called investigating.
Investigating the bottom of a tankard, more like. Their chief is strict as hell. I don't reckon he'll reduce their shifts, even if the money does come. If the money does really come at noon, he'll store it somewhere and let the guards from Talmberg protect it. It'll probably be in that hut on the edge of the quarry. I don't reckon all the guards from Talmberg will want to stand around there all day. If we get lucky, some of them will bugger off after a while.
Aye, seems likely. So, how do we go about it?
We have to be patient. No shenanigans, even if we have the silver in our reach. Don't let your guard down. And then, we either charge them, or try to do it by stealth.
Alright. Now we'll just have to wait until they arrive.
You gonna wait with us?
Aye, that's probably best.
See you later.
Good day, Henry.
Greetings from Sir Divish. Company with you. Any problems? Straight to the matter at hand, eh? No problems. We have Talmberg in sight as well. Honestly, I don't understand why they wanted a military escort. You can never be too careful.
Put it in my cabin and make sure it's guarded until the end of the shift.
What? No way. We'll unload it and go. Ah, bloody hell. You can have half my men. Can't leave the rest of the region without any security.
That should do. Yeah.
We fucking did it! Fuck me! Fucking hell! Christ, I'm still shaking!
Henry, I'm glad you came.
The pair of you would jump at your own shadows. It was nothing.
Fuck off! You were shitting yourself. I could smell you a mile off.
Me? No fucking way. I was just...
You won't talk your way out of this one. So show us the bloody money then.
Here it is.
Holy shit!
A third of it is yours.
Fuck yeah! First we get drunk out of our heads. Let Andrew see what he missed out on. Goodbye.
Jesus, that was fucking amazing.
What? You actually enjoyed it?
Aye, of course. This is how you make money.
Oh, never again. That was fucking close.
That's the fun part.
Oh, that's the Fritz we all know and love.
Always to the bitter end. So, show us the money.
Here it is.
I can't believe it. We're rich.
That we are.
I'm gonna spend a week in the bathhouse. Fuck it, a month. And every wench in the province will be in there with me. Take care.
Yeah. Yeah.
Damn.
I'm glad you're here, Henry.
What's happening, sir?
Uncle Sir Hanush sent for me. No doubt he wants to give me another ear-bashing about the error of my ways. And he said to bring you too.
Oh, Sakra. That doesn't sound good.
Indeed. I wonder what he wants to lecture me about this time. And you, because you're going with me.
All right, we should get going then, shouldn't we, Sir Hans? The sooner we get it over and done with, the better.
I suppose so. Right away. I put some of my old clothes in a trunk for you. I don't want you making me look bad in front of Hanush. And I see I did the right thing. Jesus, Henry, if you're going to be my companion, you have to look the part.
Thanks, sir, but I'd rather go as I am.
You'd rather disgrace me? Well, I'm in no mood to argue with you. Come on then.
Well, my ward, and his, what shall we say, chaperone?
Uncle.
My lord?
I hope we haven't dragged you away from anything too important.
Not at all, Uncle. We were
like
just...
boozing and whoring, for instance.
Uncle, I can...
Perhaps you were busy, causing mayhem in the middle of the night and beating up my subjects.
No, it wasn't... Henry and I were just...
Henry's as big a fool as you are. But he's not my ward, thank Christ. What the hell do the pair of you think you're doing? There are people in this fiefdom who work from dawn to dusk to put food on their tables, and on yours, may I remind you. And then they look at you, Hans, their lord and master, and see a drunken layabout. That fellow you beat up last night was a guard, a new guard on the town watch. And he couldn't report for duty this morning because of his injuries. I had the bailiff here complaining, and could I tell him what I really think about this whole sorry affair? Of course not. That would demean me. And you too. So I had to sit gaping like a stuffed owl and listen to his grievances. Maybe you think because you're the lord here you can get away with anything. But you're sadly mistaken, you blockhead. A lord remains a lord only as long as he commands the loyalty of his subjects. And I'm sure I don't have to tell you the folk here are not exactly enchanted at the prospect of having you in charge. That was the last straw, Capon. One more of your escapades and I'll send you to your mother in Polnar. For all I care, she can dress you up like a wench and marry you off to some Hungarian.
Uncle, that arson Archibald tried to murder me. What was I to do?
Oh, don't exaggerate. Well, I'm hardly surprised after you molested his girl and humiliated him.
I was only...
Oh, don't whine, for heaven's
Sorry.
sake. It's about time you started taking some responsibility. I have a job for you. Maybe that will keep you out of mischief. Sir Milota of Oleshna has turned up here. Do you know him?
Isn't he Sir Bernard's cousin?
He is. He came here with the remnants of his retinue to seek refuge. He's seriously wounded.
What happened to him, sir?
His fortress Oleshna was attacked by one Wulfrin of Camburg. Milota pursued him almost as far as Neuhof and engaged with him. Unfortunately, the skirmish didn't end well for Milota.
Wulflin of Camburg, that name is familiar.
He's kin to the Oleshna lords, too, a cousin of Bernard's and Milota's. Their family affairs are a little complicated. None of my business, of course. I just wish they'd found somewhere else to thrash out their differences.
What do you want us to do, sir?
Go and see Bernard in the courtyard. He got a report that Wulfrin pillaged some other farms around Neuhof, and he's putting a squad together to ride against him. Mind your step, though. It's a family affair. After all, maybe more to it than meets the eye. The important thing is to get that damn scavenger out of the domain. If possible, without bloodshed. I can't afford to lose any men over this business. Have I made myself clear?
Yes, sir.
Very well, Uncle.
Get to work, then.
Hey! I don't like it. Everyone has to die sometime. Soldiers.
What do you need? Goodbye.
Can we do something about the price?
Well, we can try it.
What about this?
Oh, it'll take more than that to persuade me. All right, so.
Has anyone seen my belt? I can't find it anywhere.
If you didn't booze so much, maybe you wouldn't keep losing your things.
Sir Hanish sent me, Captain. I'm to join your mission. And Sir Hans, too.
Then mount up, youngster, and we'll move out.
I have some, trophies.
Let's see. Quite a collection. My boy, you're God's own avenging angel.
Lord Capon, when we get there, I'd like you to hold back.
You can forget about that, Bernard. I'm not going on an outing. Hanish sent me to handle this matter, and handle it I will.
Yeah.
I know what you meant.
Yeah.
Listen, Bernard, about this robber. I heard some rumors.
About his mine and Meloda's?
Something like that.
We have the same great-grandfather, Urban, Baron of Oleshna. Wulfen belongs to a distant branch of my family, which, well, let's just say they bring no honor to our name.
But I heard Wulfen of Camberg was hanged somewhere in Silesia after plundering the bishop's estates.
I heard the same, only, well, I'm sure you've heard what they say about the Camberg branch of my family.
That they're cursed. Now, Bernard, don't you think I'm a little old for fairy tales?
Think what you like, but I heard it from my grandfather, and he never paid attention to old wives' tales.
I meant no offense, Captain. Well, tell me all about it, then. After all, there's no smoke without fire. And I never heard about the Camberg from a member of the family.
Very well. At home, we always spoke in whispers about our Camberg relatives. When Wulfen's father, Wilhelm, came to visit, I'm almost ashamed to say it.
You can rely on my discretion, Captain. Carry on.
Well, the servants were so afraid of him that they went and hid in the barn. Father had them whipped. Even then, they wouldn't go near Wilhelm. They were afraid he'd cursed them, and I couldn't blame them.
Why's that?
Uncle Wilhelm's face was so badly disfigured, folk would cross themselves when they saw him. I was afraid of him myself as a boy.
Was he wounded in war?
No. He was born that way. You see, his mother, Countess Barbara of Hogwitz, didn't want to marry Wilhelm's father, my grandfather's brother. She never wanted to bear his children. So, when she fell pregnant, they say she went to a witch to get rid of the child. Only she ended up having quintuplets. Can you imagine it? 5 babes born in one night?
Jesus Christ.
That's not all. 4 of them didn't live till dawn. Only the 5th survived. He was disfigured. Wilhelm. They say the witch cheated her, and instead of getting rid of the child, she put the devil's seed inside her. Well, Wilhelm carried that with him his whole life. When his own wife was in childbed, he had 7 friars kneeling in her chamber day and night. It didn't stop the rumors, though. When his son, Wulfen, was born, he looked normal enough, but he turned out to be as wild as a stray tomcat.
It seems he hasn't grown out of it.
You're right about that. A few years ago, Wulfen went off to Poland, and Wilhelm got worse and worse. He cursed everything and everyone in his path, started throwing crockery at the servants. He was on his deathbed. They sent for a priest, not just to give him the last rites, but because they were afraid the devil would come out of him and possess someone else. Then later, Wulfen turned up, even though he was supposed to be dead for years. There were folk who said he was dead. That wouldn't stop the devil's spawn.
Sweet Jesus. It sounds a lot more convincing coming from you than the stories my nurses used to tell me. How are we supposed to deal with a monster like that?
Pray, Sir Hans. Pray. Whoa! Midas and Cyril. I sent them to scout ahead.
Those bastards will pay for this.
They most certainly will. Let's go. We have to make camp. Hamlin, we'll take 2 men and come back here later. I won't have Vitus and Cyril left as Chromie.
Yes, Captain.
God's sake. How are you?
Tell me, Captain, how come this wolfling is attacking his own kin?
They say blood's thicker than water, but sometimes I wonder. Look at our king and Sigismund.
So what's the cause of your conflict with wolfling?
Nothing in particular. Just that he's a ruffian, a treacherous bastard, and a bandit. No wonder the whole Camberg clan is cursed.
How do you mean cursed?
Like I said, Wolfin's grandfather married Countess Barbara of Hogwitz. She didn't want to bear his child and went to a witch to get rid of it. Only instead of getting rid of the unborn child, she ended up having 5.
What, all at the same time?
All in one night. But only one of them lived till morning. The youngest, Wilhelm. And his face was disfigured. They say the witch deceived the Countess, and it was Satan himself who impregnated her.
How are you related?
Milota, Wolfin, and I have the same great-grandfather, Urban, Baron of Oleshna.
And you believe that story?
Depends how you look at it. Wilhelm wasn't a bad man while he was in his right mind, but he was terrifying to look at. I still get shivers down my spine when I think of him. As for Wolfin, word came that he died in Silesia. Then, one day, he appeared from nowhere. There are folk who say death has no power over him.
What do we do now?
First, we have to find out where those Horsens are holed up. According to the reports, they raided a few farms around here. So someone should go to those places and find out what they can. You should do it, Henry. My men would probably just startle them.
All right, Captain. I'll do that. Where are the farms?
One is uphill from Neuhof, right by the woods. One here above the woods by the crossroads, directly north from our camp. Take care.
Yeah.
God preserve you, good night. Can I do something for you?
Captain Bernard sent me to find out about the raid. What exactly happened?
Those filthy cutthroats beat my husband black and blue, then stole all our food stores and vanished, the poxy bastards. Poor Lumiere, he didn't want to let them get away with it, so he chased them as far as the woods. But they cut him down, and now I'm afraid he'll not live to see the light of day.
Did you see which way they went?
Along the track here, straight into the woods. My old man gave chase and fought with them by the old hunter's shelter. He slashed one of them with his sickle. He bled like a stuck pig, the bastard.
You think he might have been bleeding enough to leave a trail?
Maybe. Who knows? I just hope he's in hell where he belongs, the poxy bastard.
What were they like?
Swine and lousy curs, that's what they were like.
That's not what I meant.
No, sorry. They weren't your ordinary footpads. They were well dressed, and they talked of some lord called Wolflin.
I thought as much. Is there something I can do to help? With your husband, I mean.
I fear only God Almighty can help him now. Although, there is one thing you could do. I have to keep changing Lumiere's bandages, but I'm running out of clean linen. And I don't want to leave him alone here.
I'll see what I've got.
God bless you. God bless you. Thank you. I'm grateful. I'll go and bandage him up right away, and let me give you a few groschen for your trouble. I've nothing left here except a few groschen I buried down by the creek. Luckily, those bastards never found them. I'll be glad to reward you.
Keep it. You need it more than I. They took everything you had.
Not everything, because you saved my dear husband. Take it. I insist.
Very well then. Thank you.
Goodbye.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
God save you, good night. What can I do for you?
Captain Bernard sent me. I'm here about the raid on your farm.
What? I've no idea what you're talking about, friend.
They raided your farm, didn't they?
No. I heard there was some raids hereabouts, but not here.
Something's not right. The captain sent me here to this very farm.
The captain must have made a mistake.
I suppose so.
God be with you.
God preserve you, good knight. Can I do something for you?
Captain Bernard sent me. It's about that attack.
Well, they came, took everything they could, and rode off again. I don't know what else I can tell you.
We're trying to catch up with that gang, so I need to hear every detail you can tell me.
What do you want to know?
How many of them were there?
2 or 3. I'm not sure. My head's still in a spin.
What did they take?
Not much. We haven't a pot to piss in, which I told them in no uncertain terms as soon as they came here.
So you're telling me they came here, you told them there was nothing worth taking, and they just rode off again, without further ado?
More or less.
Which way did they go?
I don't know. I wasn't watching. My husband made me hide indoors, and I only saw them through the window.
So your husband was outside?
Yes, he tried to parley with them.
But just a while ago, you told me you were indoors the whole time.
Yes, I was. Mostly.
So were you inside or outside? Did you talk to them or not?
Well, like I say, it was confusing. I don't remember much.
Look here, I'm not sure what happened here, but I can't shake the feeling you're holding something back.
No! It's just... it all happened so quickly. I'm still bewildered from it all.
I'm the one who's bewildered. Let me make one thing clear. Those bandits are led by Sir Wulfling, Baron of Camberg, and he's not just some common outlaw. If we don't catch him, there'll be hell to pay. So you better speak up, no matter what happened here.
Lord Jesus. Why must we be persecuted so?
So, what really happened here?
First, promise me you'll get rid of them.
That's exactly what I'm here for.
They came a few days ago, took a pig and a sack of apples. We put up no resistance. I noticed one of them had an injured leg, so I offered to treat it for him.
That was very Christian of you, considering they came to rob you.
All I cared about was that they wouldn't kill us.
Go on. What happened then?
They rode off, and I prayed we'd seen the last of them. Only the same evening, they came back again. One of them had been wounded, and they wanted me to take a look at him. They gave me some coin and took me to their camp. And in the morning I came home again.
So you know where they're camped? I'd like you to lead me there.
I won't go to their camp, no. But I know of a place where you'll have a good view of it.
That'll do me.
God bless. I'm not going any further. If they saw me, I'd be done for. The camp's not far away in this direction.
Thanks. And don't worry, I'll deal with those bastards.
I pray you do.
Looks like I found it. I better get back and report to Captain Bernard.
God be with you.
I found that encampment.
Ah, I'm glad to hear it. Is it far?
Not really.
How many men did you see?
About 15.
Shit. That won't be easy. Oh well, nothing to be done. Wulfen of Camberg must hang from the ramparts in Rattay.
Wouldn't it be better to parley with them, sir?
Parley with robbers? You must be out of your mind, lad.
Sir Hanush ordered me to avoid unnecessary casualties.
What are you trying to say?
I could go and parley with Wulflin. Even if it comes to nothing, I could have a good look at his encampment.
Bit of spying could well be of use, all right. And Wulflin's a conceited bastard. If he knows you come from me, he'll receive you just for a chance to tell me to go to hell. I'll give you a livery with my coat of arms, so it's clear you're my messenger. And you'll have to go unarmed.
Thank you, Captain. I'll do my best.
I hope so. And try and come back in one piece. I don't want to explain to Sir Radzig why I sent his favorite into a robber baron's camp unarmed. Goodbye.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, you! What do you want?
I'm Captain Bernard's envoy. I'm here to parley.
Why should I trust you?
I'm unarmed. What harm can I do?
That's true. And you're wearing Sir Bernard's colors. Suppose I should take you to Sir Wulflin. But if you try any tricks, you'll regret it. Understood?
You have my word.
Washing yourself once in a while. You wash yourself. My granddad's brother drowned bathing in a pond. I'm not taking the risk. I only wash when it's raining.
Who do we have here? What's your name, boy?
Henry. I'm a messenger from...
I know. From my beloved cousin, Sir Bernard of Aleshna. So, what exactly is your message?
Rivers of blood and a bloody flood. No one to rob here. Fucking boring.
Let's settle the matter the chivalrous way. You and me, man to man. The victor takes all.
And the loser?
There'll be no loser left alive.
I like your spirit, young fellow. But why should I agree? If you win, my men will go and leave the loot here. But what if I win? I doubt Bernard will admit defeat on your account.
You'll have to see, won't you? Maybe you'll gain nothing by winning, but at least you won't lose the respect of your men.
You're a clever one. It seems a waste to kill you, but I accept your challenge.
Teach that fucker a lesson!
You're dead!
Kill the insolent bastard! Kill the insolent... Kill the insolent bastard!
Herrgott!
Kill the insolent bastard! Chop him to pieces! Teach that bring it to Wolflin! That's him, Chief! Get inside! Kill the insolent bastard! At him, Chief! You're not afraid of
Give up!
You're not afraid of some Oleshnak cur! Gut him to Wolflin! Chop him to pieces! Gut him to Wolflin! I'm going... Oh. Kill the horse!
Go!
Kill him! Kill him! Kill the horse!
Now!
Is that all you got?
Jesus Christ!
Has anyone seen my belt? Can't find it anywhere.
If you didn't booze so much,
Huh?
maybe you wouldn't keep losing your things.
What do you need? I'll be with you.
I never knew Bernard had kin.
He didn't fall out of the sky, did he? Everyone's got kin.
Aye, but he's from a noble family. They've got a fortress and all.
Sir Hanish sent me, Captain. I have some...
How are...
What do we do now?
First, we have to... So someone...
All right, Captain.
One is uphill from... Goodbye.
God preserve...
Captain,
Well,
we're trying to...
what do you...
How many?
2...
Which way? So you're...
Yes.
What did they
Not
say?
more or less.
But... so...
Well...
Look here.
No.
Oh, if we... So...
Fur.
That's exactly...
They can... I noticed...
That was...
All
Go.
they want...
So you know where they're...
I want...
No.
God be with you. I'm not going any further. If they saw me, I'd be done for.
Thanks. And don't worry. I'll deal with those bastards.
I pray you do.
I found...
Ah.
Not really.
How many men did...
About 50. Wouldn't it? What's a hand?
What do you...
Thank you.
I hope... God be with you.
The pig turns her willingly for the slaughter.
Don't put that! Bring it on! Hey! All of you, gather here!
Fucker! Is that all you've got?
Come here. You're going to cry.
I'm gonna enjoy this.
Call that...
What's the matter?
Has anyone seen my belt? Can't find it anywhere.
If you didn't move so much, maybe you wouldn't keep losing your things.
God save.
God be with you.
Can we do something about the... Satisfied?
That's... All right.
Not that I'm too keen on go.
Sir Hanish, so...
Then mount up, youngster, and...
I have some...
Bastards. How are you?
What do we do?
First,
All right, Cap. So what?
No.
How are you related? How? What? And you believe them?
Goodbye.
God preserve
Captain Burn.
the poor Luke.
Did you think? What were they? Is there something? I'll see what I've...
God bless you. Thank you. I'm grateful. I'm not...
Keep it. Go.
Take care.
Good health to you.
Captain,
Well,
which...
what?
How many?
Two.
Which one? So you...
Yeah.
What?
Not
so,
more.
But just... so...
Well.
Look here.
No.
If, so, that's it.
I know.
That was very...
All
Go on.
they want.
So you know whether...
I will.
Well,
Goodbye. I'm not going any further. If they saw me, I'd be done.
thanks. And don't worry. I'll deal with those bastards.
I pray you do.
I found that in camp.
Ah.
Not really.
How many men did...
About 50.
Shit.
Wouldn't it be... What's a Hanish?
What are you...
Thank you.
I hope... See you later.
Well, I never. The pig turns up willingly for the slaughter. Come here, lily liver. What's the matter?
Raise the alarm! Over here! Where is everyone? Quick! Raise the alarm! Hey! You get what for? Where is everyone? Quick! Yeah! Well, go! Eric, got!
Bring it on.
You're dead. Cuss it. You'll pay for that. Call that combat. What's the matter? I'm going to enjoy this. Come here. Is that the best you can...
I'll slaughter you.
Is that all you've got?
You'll get what for. Got weak at the knees, have you? Shit! You call that combat? Ah! Come here. I'm over here.
Margaret.
Well, I met the pig.
Hey, you! What do you want?
I'm Captain Bernard's envoy. I'm here to parley.
Why should I trust you?
I'm on... You have my...
I want to rob here.
Who do we have here? What's your name, boy?
Henry. I'm a messenger from...
I know. From my beloved cousin, Sir Bernard. So,
Killing, fighting, never losing.
I heard some interesting tales about you. They say your family is cursed.
so Bernard's been telling those stories again. How my Oleshna cousins do love to gossip.
So your father didn't have...
What? A twisted mouth? Aye. Looked like it was run over by a wagon. And he was born with 4 siblings and none of them lived. True. But they always leave one thing out of that fairy tale.
What's that?
That my grandmother was one of 5 babes and her mother one of 4. That's how it goes in that family. And then that talk of the witch. Pah! My grandma couldn't wait to marry my grandfather and give him children.
So hungry I could eat my boots.
We offer you safe conduct out of this domain if you leave everything you stole from Zahanish's subjects.
That's a very generous offer.
Like it's the first
But
time
tell
you
me,
got them.
why should I accept?
By now.
Filth and
I'll never
stink
get used to
everywhere.
it. Try washing yourself once in a while.
You wash yourself. My granddad's brother drowned bathing in a pond.
Your quarrel is with Milotta, not with Bernard. And certainly not with Sahanish, whose estates you're pillaging.
So?
So leave Sir Hanish's domain and settle your differences with Milotta elsewhere.
My quarrel is with everyone who helps Milotta. And Hanush gave him refuge in Ratai.
Sir Hanish knows nothing about Milotta's scheming. He offered a helping hand to a Christian in need, and for his pains, he has you pillaging his lands and murdering his subjects.
It's the times we live in.
You want justice? You think you deserve it? Then you should behave with honor yourself and leave here.
What good would it do me?
If you leave voluntarily, I'll tell Sir Hanish about Milotta's deception. He's not going anywhere in his current condition, so we'll get to the truth in the end.
The devil take it. There's nothing here worth pillaging anyway. All right. I accept your offer. Tell your captain we'll move on.
And you'll leave the loot here?
We'll leave what's left. The food's already eaten. Better run along before Bernard loses patience.
I want to rob here. Fucking boring.
Greetings.
I've just come back from Wolflin, Captain.
And in one piece, I see. That's something at least, but I doubt you achieved anything.
I talked them into moving out. They even left the loot they plundered.
I don't know about letting them go like that. They'll be hungry. All you've truly done is send them on to rob our neighbors.
I don't think that will trouble Sir Hanush too much.
Maybe not, but it troubles me. They slayed 2 of my men and crippled my cousin.
I'm sorry about that, but I doubt your paths have crossed for the last time. It's just that this isn't the time for settling family quarrels.
True enough. Anyway, I'll warn the neighboring lords that those bandits are on the loose. Ride to Ratai and report to Sir Hanush.
Yes, sir.
God be with you.
Yeah.
God save you. The Lord be praised. What brings you to me?
I have news from the camp, Sir Hanush.
Speak.
I persuaded Captain Bernard to let me parley with Wolflin.
Bernard agreed. I'm surprised.
So was I. I promised Wolflin safe conduct out of your territory on condition he leave all the loot behind.
Well, at least we cut our losses. Although Bernard will have a thing or two to say about how I lost face for a few groschen.
But at least you lost no men, sir, and that's worth something.
True enough, lad. No doubt Wolflin will come to a bad end anyway. I must say, Henry, after all that's happened recently, I'm glad something finally turned out well.
So am I, sir.
And I think you deserve to be rewarded for your efforts.
Thank you, sir.
Good luck, then.
Yeah. Yeah.
If your cottage burnt down, come and get them. Cabbage, cabbage, green cabbage.
Problems with stomach ulcer?